Hi, Mitch Bailey here. I am so excited about the new rebates that are out there for the tech program. It is a decarbonization of California program, and they pumped in about $120 million. You can take advantage and get rebates of up to $6,600 if you change out your water heater and your gas furnace to a heat pump. This money is very easy. There's not a lot of hoops you have to jump to get it. If you combine that with investor-owned utility programs like PG&E or like your local utility like SMUD, TID, or MID, there's rebates available for there also. So you can get upwards of 6, 8, even close to $9,000 in rebates depending on what measures you want to do in your home. And I'm just telling you, it's a great program. Take advantage of it. If you're going to change out your system, now's the time to do it because it does significantly offset the cost. I will pause right here and show you some of the cost benefits of how a heat pump water heater or a heat pump heating and air is actually less expensive to run than a gas furnace or LPG. So take a look at this and enjoy. Hi, this is Mitch Bailey again. So here is a spreadsheet that I put together. Oh gosh, I put this together back in 2019, I believe. And in it, we can show the savings depending on actual fuel rates for a million BTUs, what it costs to run a unit for a million BTUs, whether it's a gas furnace and natural gas, whether it's a 96% efficient or an 82% efficient, or the same if it's LPG, what it actually costs to run to get a million BTUs. And in Modesto Irrigation District, our rates are reduced in the wintertime. So as you can see here, with a heat pump, and a standard performance heat pump is usually about 3.6. So with a standard performance heat pump, the difference in savings is $12.21 for a million BTUs on a heat pump, whereas running natural gas furnace 82%, it's $24.60. So it's less than half as much to run. This is one reason why heat pumps are so much better. And if you're in Turlock Irrigation District, TID, it's even better. TID, didn't click on it. TID, it's a little less. It's actually, you can't see it, but this is for TID, it's actually $9.77 per million BTUs. The gas stays the same. Now this is based on $2.09 a therm, which is the going rate today for natural gas, and it's going up because of all the problems with oil and stuff right now. It's about $100 a barrel, so it's much more economical to run a heat pump as opposed to a gas furnace. And so you should switch over to gas from a heat pump or to gas furnace to a heat pump to save money alone. It's worth it. Now, if you're in SMUD district, SMUD's very good too. SMUD, it's $11.40, a little cheaper than MID because they reduce their electric rates in the wintertime. And then based on LPG, if you're out in the country and you're using liquid petroleum gas to heat your house, that's the worst way to heat your house. You can save a ton of money by going to a heat pump. Plus, if you have solar, you're running the heat pump, you get some of that for free. So it's basically the solar panels are paying for it. So it's a good idea to go ahead and switch to that. And if you're PG&E, even PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric, it's still cheaper to run a heat pump than it is to run a 96% efficient gas furnace. It's just cheaper. And if you go with a little more efficiency, if we change the COP of this unit to 4, coefficient of performance, suddenly the savings is even more, and it's cheaper to run a heat pump. So heat pumps are a great value. I'm going to turn you back to the other Mitch so that you can continue on there. All right, thanks for watching. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you see all the savings that we can get by just switching over to a heat pump. There is a few things that I do have to give you a heads up. Heat pumps, they do have to go into defrost occasionally because it depends on how much the unit has been running and how cold the temperatures are and how much humidity is in the air. If it's been running a lot, it will have to defrost. When it does do that, it's going to melt the ice that's built up over the hours it's run, and that's going to have to melt off, so you'll have water coming off the unit. That's one thing. You also might see what looks like steam coming off. Basically, it is. It's just because it's cold and it's into defrost. That's perfectly normal. And then when it does go into defrost, the switch over from heat pump mode to defrost mode, there's a changeover valve in the system, and it makes a noise when it switches over. So don't let that scare you. That's perfectly normal. And then when it switches back at a defrost back to heat pump mode, there'll be another noise, the same noise that you'll hear it, and just don't be scared of it. That's perfectly normal. And if the unit's on the roof, we might have to put a piece of gutter up to catch some of the water that's coming off in the wintertime as it goes into defrost. Now, you do have to run a heat pump heating and air differently than your gas furnace. Gas furnaces, you can raise the temperature about 50 degrees. So if I have 60 degree air coming in, I can get 110 degree air coming out of the register, which is nice and warm. On a heat pump, we might be able to raise it 25 to 30 degrees. That's about maximum. So it's not going to feel as warm, and it takes a little bit longer to heat the house, which is a good thing because it's using less energy to do it. But if you've got a heat pump heating and air system running, you don't want to turn them off at night. You want to turn them down a little bit, and then so when it comes back on, it reaches temperature a little quicker. Now in a gas furnace, yeah, a lot of people turn them all the way off, turn them back on, and that's because gas furnaces are way oversized for California. And like my associate in Sacramento, Fox Family Heating and Air says, it's not a race to see who can heat your house the fastest. It's slow and steady, just like the hare and the tortoise. It actually wins the race, and it's more efficient for you, and you'll be just as comfortable, and you will not notice that it's gone into defrost or that it's doing all this other stuff. Heat pumps are great. I think this is a perfect opportunity for you to take advantage. Time to change that system out. Put a new system in. It's going to come with a 10-year parts warranty from the manufacturer. We give you 2 years labor, and you're going to save energy. It's going to cost you less to run, and it actually over time it'll pay for itself. And I'll pause right here to show you some what ifs and some narration to show you how it actually saves money. Hi, I'm back. That's Mitch Bailey again. I'm going to show you on water heaters what you can save via a water heater when you're switching from a heat pump. Again, our kilowatt rate per hour for, let's go to Modesto Irrigation District, so MID. And if you look at MID, Modesto Irrigation District, a water heater has a COP typical of 2.2, so the savings are not quite as much, but we still save compared to a standard natural gas water heater. It's running at 33 and 62. It's running right up here at 33.62 for 1,000,000 BTUs, and for a heat pump water heater, it's only costing $19.98. So it's a lot cheaper to run it. They're also very good for heating the home. You can get them in different sizes, and if you're LPG, switch over to heat pump water heater right away. Now, there's one advantage. If you don't have enough power, let's say your panel's outdated, it's not big enough, the tech program is providing up to $2,800 in rebates to replace your service panel if you're replacing your water heater and you don't have enough power. So it makes sense to do that, especially if you have like an older panel in the house. It's pretty much almost completely offsets the cost, not quite on a new service panel, but yeah, it's a good deal. So take advantage of this program. Decarbonization in California, get rid of that gas water heater. By the way, it's a hazard too, because gas creates carbon monoxide, and that can get in the home and can cause you to be ill or even death. So we can get rid of that gas appliance, get a heat pump water heater, save energy, save money. Great plan. All right, thanks. I'm going to turn you back to the other Mitch now. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully that showed you the benefits of switching over from a gas furnace to a heat pump, and also from a gas water heater to a heat pump water heater. So take advantage of these. I'm really excited. We handle all the paperwork for you, and typically we can get a job done, depending on what you're doing, within a couple of days. So give us a call. I'd be happy to come out and take a look at it, and we can show you the benefits of going to it. Oh, by the way, please like and subscribe. It does help the algorithm, and more people will see this, because really Everybody in California should be doing it right now, switching over to gas, from gas furnaces to heat pumps, because of the efficiency. And like I say, we want to get rid of all the fossil fuels in California. All right. Thanks for watching.